We're here back at the Fantasy Bar, big Wednesday night in the NBA. We got 6 of my favorite plays, including a set of teammates I'm looking at tonight. Couple guys in the mid-range I think are underpriced. Couple smash matchups we want to take advantage of. And of course, my favorite play of the night. Who are we talking about? Belly up to the Fantasy Bar and find out. Welcome in, guys. Wednesday edition Beers Daily Fantasy 6-pack. Good to be back in the Fantasy Bar. 6 guys fresh off the tap for you on FanDuel and DraftKings for this big NBA slate. Thank you, as always, for stopping by, hanging out in the Fantasy Bar, and checking out the video. Before we get into the plays, take a second, click that thumbs up button. Thank you very much for that. That is the tip jar here on this free video. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the videos going out. NBA, NFL, my favorite NFL bets each and every week. Also, scoresandodds.com/beer. Go and check it out if you have not already. We talk about it a lot. That link in the description of the video. You're going to love it. If you're a sports bettor, go and check that out as soon as you're done with this video. All right, let's get into a ton of games on the slate today. We've broken it down to my 6 favorite plays. Let's start at small forward and power forward Michael Porter Jr. of Denver. Now we know Nikola Jokic not going to play tonight. Denver going to be a very popular target for a lot of people for good reason tonight. You definitely don't want to miss out on the Denver Nuggets, and there's a ton of ways you can go, but let's start with Michael Porter Jr. here, coming off 31 points in his last game, and that's what they're going to need. A lot of usage to go around. They're going to need some guys that can score the basketball. He did that in just 24 minutes. I got to imagine this guy plays more than 24 minutes here tonight without Jokic on the floor. Imagine the possibilities here for Michael Porter Jr., especially in this matchup with New York. Second most fantasy points allowed to the small forward position this season. Porter in a smash spot. Don't overthink it. Yes, he'll be on. We can find ways to get different. Cash games, tournaments, Michael Porter Jr., one of my favorite plays on the night. All right, let's get some value here at power forward and center with Kevin Love of Cleveland. Now, we know the Cavs going to be without Jarrett Allen tonight, potentially without Donovan Mitchell as well, so we'll keep an eye on that. I like Love regardless. If Mitchell's out, becomes a lock and load for me tonight against Milwaukee. When we take Jarrett Allen off the floor, going to give him more opportunities there. Him and Evan Mobley have to kind of man those 2 spots. 1.17 fantasy points per minute. So we know this guy's always a big producer when he gets the minutes, and we've seen the upside out of him. I know it's been an up and down ride for the last couple of years with Kevin Love, but multiple times we've seen 40, upwards of 50 fantasy points here. Cleveland going to need his offense. The matchup going to scare some people away. Giannis certainly going to be spending some time on Kevin Love here, but the price is cheaping up. The upside in the ceiling is there. Kevin Love, solid option here on this Wednesday night slate. All right, let's go to the center position next. We're rolling Miles Turner of Indiana. So wash, rinse, repeat here. Is Charlotte on the slate? Yes. Who is the opposing center? Does he have a pulse? Miles Turner certainly does. Get him in those lineups here. Charlotte been terrible against centers. We talk about it a lot. 5th most points allowed, 2nd most rebounds allowed. And we see Miles Turner really step it up in the rebounding department here this season, and most fantasy points allowed to the center position, to no surprise. 3 straight double-doubles here from Miles Turner, as we talked about. The rebounding, never been his strength, but he's starting to get that down as well to go along with the scoring. He's averaged almost 47 DraftKings points a game over the last 3. You do the math on that sub 7K salary, comes anywhere close to that. We're talking about almost a 7X return on this number here. Sign me up anytime a center with some skills is going against Charlotte. Miles Turner in a good spot for another double-double here tonight. All right, let's spend some money at the shooting guard position. Next up, Devin Booker of Phoenix. A nice pace-up spot here for the Phoenix Suns. We know Golden State loves to play at a fast pace. In fact, the fastest pace in all of the league here. Chris Paul, once again, questionable, so campaign going to be a popular option here. But people may forget about Devin Booker. Let's not do that. 38 or more DraftKings points now in each of the last 5 games. We know there's plenty of upside for 50, 60 fantasy points. In fact, last time these 2 teams played, Booker went over 50 fantasy points in that matchup. Golden State bottom 10 in fantasy points allowed to the shooting guard position. Klay Thompson just simply not the defender that he was in the past, plus not playing a ton of minutes here. Suns going to need the offense. On a 55-60 burger here for Devin Booker in the spot tonight against the Golden State Warriors. All right, let's stay at the guard position. Point guard or shooting guard, Spencer Dinwiddie of Dallas. So we know Luka going to put his numbers up, but man, Dinwiddie has been phenomenal here. Only 1 game over the last 8 has this guy been under 30 fantasy points, and in fact, 4 of those games have been 41 or more. So really becoming the secondary option here that they've needed on this Dallas team forever. Houston, always a matchup we want to target here. So Luka, if you can afford him, easy play there. But DINWIDDIE, nice value here against Houston. 7th most fantasy points allowed to the shooting guard position, most allowed to the point guard position. Get those Dallas guards in your lineups tonight against this awful Houston defense. All right, it's time to take a look at my favorite play for Wednesday night. Before we do that, let's continue our Beast of the Night contest. Free to play, easy to play. Just get in the comment section right below the video and gets fantasy points for my Beast of the Night on DraftKings tonight. The closest guess wins themselves a free week of RotoGrinders Premium. That gets you access to all of the major sports, all under one week to check it all out absolutely free. All right, let's wrap this baby up. My favorite play for Wednesday night, you know, Maz, the Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time. We started with Denver. We're going to end with Denver. Point guard Jamal Murray, my favorite play tonight and tonight's Beast of the Night. So when we go to Court IQ here on RotoGrinders in our premium suite of tools, we take Jokic off the floor this season and wham, what do we see? We see a 13.3% usage leap for Jamal Murray. Takes him to almost 41% in this scenario. Now, limited sample, obviously, with the season just about a month underway here, but eye-popping numbers here for Murray. Now, we know he's working his way back from injury. We haven't seen the massive ceiling game. I think that comes tonight. In cash games, you can really count on the floor that we've gotten, even with Jokic on the floor. 32 or more DraftKings points in 6 of the last 7 games. This matchup ideal as well. Jalen Brunson, phenomenal offensively. Not so much on the defensive side of the floor this season. Knicks, bottom 7 in points allowed. 2 point guards, assists, 3-pointers allowed, and fantasy points allowed. Well, that sounds like a lot of Jamal Murray's categories there. Points, assists, threes, and fantasy points. Sign me up here again. He will be popular, no doubt. Don't want you to miss out on this one, Jamal Murray. Easily my favorite play on the board and tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that wraps up for Wednesday night here, talking some NBA. If you have any comments, questions, feedback, hit me up in that comment section right below the video. Don't forget, fantasy points for Jamal Murray on DraftKings tonight for your shot at some free RotoGrinders Premium. And who is your Beast of the Night? Big slate of games. You got to narrow it down to one player here. Who are you rolling with as your Beast? Sound off in that comment section. All right, that'll do it here for tonight's video. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut, guys. Best of luck on the slate. NFL videos coming tomorrow, so keep an eye out on that. Go win some money. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, thanks for checking out our videos. If you want more expert advice on DraftKings, FanDuel, or any other daily fantasy sports, make sure you check out the current videos playlist